Study Source A. How could you follow up Source A to find out more about medical conditions on the Western Front? In your answer, you must give the question you would ask and the type of source you could use. 4 marks. There are many points you can make for this question because it's based on anything that you pick up in the source that you would like to follow up on. So as long as what you say is relevant and correct, the examiner will award you some marks here. An example of a detail that you might have identified was that soldiers were only provided with inadequate coats and boots. Now, the question that you ask needs to be relevant to the detail that you've just identified. So, for example, you might ask, did soldiers develop medical conditions such as trench foot as a result of that inadequate clothing? So it's really important that it's linked, otherwise you won't get the mark. Now we're looking at the type of source you could use. So war casualty records and data surrounding deployment of supplies could be a really interesting point to make here because it's very specific and it's relevant to the points that we've already made for our answer so far. Now, to explain how that might help us to answer the question, you might say, for example, that you could compare rates of trench foot and related conditions with the types of clothing that the records show that soldiers were provided with. So you can see here we've been really specific, and that is what the examiner is looking for here. They don't want just you to say records. You need to say what records, how would you use them, and just go into a bit more detail here. But generally speaking, as long as what you've said is relevant to what is actually in the source and all your points are linked, the examiner should award you some marks here.